Ranger. A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty Hi-Yo Silver, the Lone Ranger.
There's plenty dry country. Gunshot mean people. Maybe people tell us where we can get water.
We'll soon find out.
Kemo Sabe. Looks like woman driving buggy.
Yes, and she seems to be in trouble. Let's take a look.
Don't you try to hold up on me. Light out now, the both of you. Go on, skedaddle.
We're not outlaws, ma'am. There's another reason for the mask.
Sure, you wear it to keep your face warm. Go on, get. Trouble enough around here without bandits.
We heard some shooting.
Did you?
Seemed to come from somewhere around here.
That's what I thought. And I'll bet your guns are still warm.
Must have been somebody else, ma'am.
Don't see nobody else, unless you already killed him.
We look for water. Horse need water plenty bad.
There must be a water hole or a ranch nearby, or you wouldn't be traveling about in this buggy.
Nobody's business but my own how I travel about. And if you're aiming to rob me, hurry up and get it over with. I got the only eating house in town, and men don't like to wait for their victuals.
Do you mind if we follow you into town? We need that water.
Well, you don't talk much like outlaws. Fool idea, though, to ride to town if you need water that bad, 10 miles away.
That's plenty far.
Yes. Nothing closer?
Circle J Ranch down the road a piece. Young Dave Tucker's place. You take your thirst to Dave Tucker.
Thank you, ma'am.
Must be Dave Tucker place.
Shoot. Guess you got me covered. Go on, shoot. What are you standing there for? You didn't come here to talk. First you poisoned my water.
Tonto, get some bandages out of the saddlebags.
You poured oil on my pond, didn't you, so the stock couldn't drink. The low-down polecat trick.
We came to drink water, not to poison it.
Yeah, you came here to do me in. Well, go ahead.
You Dave Tucker?
Well, as if you didn't know. Well, go ahead. I don't want to know who you are. Keep your mask on. All I want to know is who's paying you to poison my water and kill my stock and bushwhack me from the rocks.
Mind if I take a look at that wrist?
What for? You want to admire your work?
Well, I can see there's no reasoning with you. Here, take this. I don't mean you any harm, Tucker, so I'm going to let you get the drop on me to prove it.
Yeah? Well, where's your pal? I guess the Indians got me covered.
You can still get me first if you think you ought to.
All right, well, you win. When I began to run out of cartridges, I made a dash for it. That's when he got me in the arm. Then I made it back here, and there wasn't a cartridge in the house. Somebody stole every last one.
Any idea who was in that ambush?
It's driving me crazy. How can I fight anyone when I don't know who's against me? Or why? Everybody's friendly. And yet someone poisoned my water and cut my fences, ran off my prime stock, dry gulched me, stole my ammunition. Only a bigger fool than I am would want this ranch. It's worn out. Emmy Bryson told me that when I was a fool when I bought it from her.
Emmy Bryson?
Sent you here for water. Wasn't right neighborly to do that, though. She might have known I'd shoot as fast as I got a bead on you, especially a man with a mask.
Who is she, Dave?
Finest woman in the state. Got a tongue as sharp as a buzzsaw, and she's sure close with those dollars. But I don't know anyone I'd rather see benefit from my hard luck than Aunt Emmy.
How will she benefit?
Well, I got a mortgage payment due tomorrow, and I can't make it. So the ranch goes back to Emmy. But I could have made it. I figured to ride in the rest of my herd, but what can I do with an arm like this?
I think I can help you, Dave.
May be glad to help.
You mean that? If I can make this payment tomorrow, I can get a loan and get back on my feet. It'll save my ranch.
We save.
That's only part of the job. It still doesn't take into account who's trying to break you. Tell me, what does the sheriff say about this?
He just feels sorry for me.
You'll need more than that. I'll ride into town and see what I can find out.
Put more muscle on the business end of that broom.
Why don't you quit pestering me?
I pay you good wages to take my pestering. Better than you make anywhere else, considering the picayune brain you got.
You stop talking like that about my brain.
Can't talk much about them, that's a fact. Be plumb out of subject in a half dozen words.
Quit that.
Tell you to do things, pay you to do them. End up doing them myself. Told you to take care of that poor, helpless little Dave Tucker. Told you how. Much good the telling did.
I can't be in two places at the same time.
Well, look who's here. Jed! 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 You darn thick-headed pea-brain varmint, I'm talking to you. Leave this feller alone.
But he's a holdup.
He ain't anything you'd understand, nor me neither if it comes to that. What's up, traveler? What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
You said you had the only eating place in town.
Closed for the day. Try the hotel.
Yeah, the hotel.
What are you, a paw parrot? Hush!
I got a right to talk.
Pick up that broom and get back to work. Stop at Tucker's place?
Yes.
What'd you find?
Tucker?
You don't talk an awful lot. How is Tucker?
Fine. I took a slug out of his arm. He'll be able to round up his cattle and take them to the railhead.
There, see?
You get out. Go on, get! Did you ever see such a lump of bone and muscle with no more sense than a jaybird? You just heard. Dave Tucker's rounding up his cattle. Right out there so she can give him a hand in the morning.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Where's your Indian friend?
Out at Tucker's ranch?
He is? To when?
Why, till they get the cattle in.
Why didn't you say so before instead of letting me send away the only help I got? Jed! Jed!
Mighty decent of you to lend Tucker a hand.
Why?
Well, if he can't get his cattle to market, the ranch is yours again.
Rather have the money. Money grows. But nothing will grow on that land. You two must have got to be good friends.
I'd like to help him.
There's no helping anything but the dollar sign. If you really want to help that boy, tell Rufe Barton to let the bank give him a loan.
Rufe Barton?
Owns the bank across the street, dad-ratted old skin flint. If Dave needs a loan, that's where to go to get it. Except Barton keeps telling the boy no.
Would he be over there now?
Likely. Works late. But what's the hurry? Piece of apple pie around here if I set my hand to finding it.
No, thanks. I'll be back later.
Who's that? What do you want? The bank's closed till tomorrow morning.
Open up, Barton. I must talk to you. Barton.
Well, I'll be. But what brings you here?
I might ask you the same.
Oh, I've been in this town ever since that trouble you got me out of. I didn't like the folks there, so I moved out here. There's always a place for a banker.
Doing well, I hope.
Times is hard. I guess maybe you heard that. Times get hard and money gets tight. Everybody thinks a banker's rich. It ain't so.
It is with you.
Oh, no. Hey, but come on in. Sit down. Say, you need money? Because if you do, anything you ask, well, I'll be glad to do. It's been on my conscience I never paid you back for that favor you did me.
Dave Tucker needs money.
That's out.
I'd call it a favor.
He's the worst risk in the county. He's got a temper, too. He threatened me once, said he'd gun whip me if I didn't lend him money.
Well, that doesn't sound like Tucker.
It is, though. He sent me that message by Emmy Bryson, the crazy young fool. You got too soft a heart.
That might have been said of me when I helped you out of your trouble.
I can't give him the bank money. It'd have to be out of my own pocket. That I won't do.
You'll do it because you know how it feels to be the underdog. To have the odds against you and no one to turn to for help.
Well, I'll talk to him, but I don't promise anything. Well, maybe. Well, remember, I said maybe.
That's enough for a start. And don't worry about the risk. There's oil on Tucker's place, but he doesn't know about it. He thinks the oil on his water pond was put there by someone.
Did you say oil? Around here?
Seeping right up through that pond.
Well, how do you know that's how it is? I wouldn't know, and Tucker wouldn't know.
I do. I've seen that thing before.
Oil, huh? Well, why didn't you say so right off? That's reason to lend him the money quicker than a wink. Does Emmy Bryson know about this?
She doesn't seem to.
No, I guess she'd have told Tucker if she did. She's a fine woman, Emmy. Dirt mean when it comes to a dollar, but outside of that. You tell that Dave Tucker to be here in the morning.
Thanks, Barton.
And tell him not to talk about this to anyone. Secret's no secret when it's out in the open.
He won't talk. Goodbye and thanks.
It looks like I still didn't pay back that favor. The boy gets the loan because I can see he's going to be rich.
I'm satisfied. Tonto, Dave. What happened, Tonto? Was it Jed? A huge big fellow?
Me no Sabe, Jed.
Where's Tucker?
Me not know Kemo Sabe. Me not see Tucker. Him say Tonto stay here to watch. Him watch cattle in east section. Him say in morning Tonto meet him. Start roundup.
When was that?
After you go, then me alone. Me hear noise. Not have chance to turn around.
Did you see who it was?
Me only see stars, Kemo Sabe.
Hey, what kind of a cowhand are you? I've been waiting for you since sunup. What happened?
You spent the night in the east section, Dave?
Sure. Spent the night trying to hold together a bunch of cows that had goblins in them. Every 10 minutes, they'd cut and run in another direction. Every time I rounded them up, they'd stampede again.
What was bothering them?
Me, I guess. Even the cows don't like me. Well, they don't have to like me anymore. They're gone.
What do you mean?
Good as gone. They're spread out all over the whole range. Somebody cut my fence again. The last time they stampeded, they went through that cut and kept right on going. I couldn't do a thing. So I sat down and waited for Tonto.
Somebody slugged him.
Bad?
Not bad. Only feel bad.
Look, you fellas better stay away from me. I'm a hoodoo.
Roof Barton doesn't think so. He's willing to make you a loan.
Roof Barton?
Why not?
Well, Barton wouldn't give me the shine off his pants.
I talked to Barton last night. He wants you to come in for a talk.
Oh, so I can stand there and he can laugh in my face.
He won't. Not since he's learned there's oil on your land.
Oil on my water, you mean?
Seeping right up through your land. Oil, Tucker. We're standing right over it. You're going to be rich.
Oil. That be reason why much trouble come here.
Yes, Tonto. Someone else knows about the oil and intends to run Tucker off his land. But you're not going to be run off, Dave. Not by fence cutters, bushwhackers, or goblins trying to frighten your cattle. This land is yours, and Barton is going to loan you enough money to keep it.
Well, let's get out of town and see Barton right away.
Right. Can you make it, Tonto?
May feel better.
Let's go.
You boys carry the corpus delicti down to the funeral parlor. Miss Bryson, you come over to my office and give me a description of this fellow with the mask.
Now, you hold on. I didn't say he did it. Could have been anybody.
He was wearing a mask.
Yes.
He asked where he could find Barton.
Yes.
Then he left your cafe, came right here, and this morning we find Ruth Barton dead. Miss Bryson, it's up to a jury to say whether or not he's guilty, but it's sure up to me to organize a posse and bring him in.
He seemed like such a nice-spoken feller.
I bet. Too bad he let a six-shooter talk for him this time. Now you say he was a friend of Dave Tucker?
Now, you leave Dave Tucker out of this. He's got trouble enough.
So he hired a gunslinger to settle it for him. I'm deputizing every man here. After I swear you in, I want each one of you to get a horse and rifle and ride with me to Tucker's ranch.
Sheriff! They're here. They're riding into town.
Some of you boys get out the back way and come up behind them.
Seems to be quiet around here this morning, Dave.
Yeah, there'll be life aplenty when I bring my first gusher in, huh?
That's right. Someone's doing it at the bank anyway.
Look at that bunch of sour faces they got for me. I reckon Barton told them.
Sheriff's ready to go for his gun. If there's any trouble, into the cafe.
Tucker, you're keeping mighty strange-looking company.
All right for me, Sheriff.
Maybe. And I'm not holding a gun on you, Tucker, because you came back by yourselves. You know me. I'm a fair man and peaceable.
Him talk for time. That's my guess.
Well, we're waiting, Sheriff. What's the charge?
You either know the charge, or you got nothing to do with it. Ruth Barton was murdered last night, and one of you men did it. What'd you do that for? Why did you do it?
Oh, hush. Time you drew an iron, I'd have been in Mexico.
You hit one of our own men.
Well, I missed. I never fired one of the darn things before, did
Get
I?
back in the bank, Mrs.
See what I mean? I'm a hoodoo. Last night Barton said he'd help me. Today he's dead.
You're right about one thing. He's dead because he was willing to help you. Tonto, see if there's a back door.
Hey,
Well, it's Jed.
you get out of here.
Darn stupid ring galoots. You're shooting my place all to flinders. The next man that shoots a gun, I'll take it out of his hand and scalp him with it.
Miss Bryson, there are 3 desperados in there. What do you want us to do? Hold out a handful of sugar?
You're wrecking my place of business. I'll show you how to get them out.
Miss Bryson.
Miss Bryson's coming in.
I'm warning you. If I find the mess I know I'm gonna find, I'll make you critters pay for it if I have to sell the rope they hang you with. Still alive, eh? Dave, you're a hard man to kill. I said you're a hard man to kill, but I keep on trying. Finish him up, Jed. What makes you so slow? Where's the engine? Jed! 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 Jed, get me loose!
Shooting days are over, Miss Bryson.
Sheriff!
Keep her covered, Tonto. Sheriff! I want to make a deal with you.
If you've got Barton's killer, send him out with his hands up. I don't make deals with murderers.
Don't forget, we've got Emmy Bryson in here.
And you'd better see that she stays healthy.
Sorry, you'll have to do it my way. And you'll have to come in now.
You boys keep the door covered. If I don't come back with Miss Bryson in 5 minutes, smoke 'em out. All right, mister. I'm doing it your way. I'm taking your word.
She's tried everything, Sheriff. Wounded Tucker in ambush. Then sent us to his ranch expecting there'd be a fight and he'd be killed. She must have been listening when Barton told me he had loaned Tucker the money. When I left, she walked in and shot Barton in cold blood.
What he just said, Sheriff, is that either him or me was the last one to see Barton alive. Then if not me, that's your killer.
Except for a couple of mistakes you made, Miss Bryson. You got so dang eager to make sure these men would never talk up that you tried too hard to have me capture them dead.
It's a good thing she aimed at my chest. All I got was a little crease.
Do you believe what these men said against me, Sheriff?
Miss Bryson, I'm just playing a hunch. If it wasn't for this talk about oil, maybe I'd swing with you. But I reckon this town knows what money means to you.
What does this town know about anything? Stupid. Sitting on a lake of oil and all you do is raise cattle and alfalfa. Where I come from, the oil wells are thicker than pine forests. Every man, woman, and child knows oil.
Jury might say that sounds like a confession.
I got nothing to confess to.
But you did. You just said you knew there was oil.
Shut up.
Always you talking about how I got no brains. I ain't never confessed. And I ain't never killed nobody.
Shut up, Jed, shut up!
No, I won't shut up. Now you got me mad. I'm gonna tell everything I know. Every time I done something wrong, she'd take it out of my wages. But she couldn't pay me enough to make me kill Dave Tucker. I got lots to tell you about her. I ain't stupid. And you can't talk to me like no dog. I got some pride, and you're gonna find that out.
First thing I want to make sure is that she don't get this land while we stand here talking. Ride out to Tucker's ranch, round up his cattle, and get him over to the railhead. And, where's the masked man? Where's the engine?
Slipped out.
I want to talk to him. I want him to sign a statement. Hey, stranger! Hey, engine! My gosh, what's his hurry? I want to at least shake hands with the fella. I don't even know who he is.
What time you guess, Sheriff? That's the Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger. Bill!